Hi there. My name is ML, and this is Healing After Loss. As always, I will be reading from this book, Healing After Loss, Daily Meditations for Working Through Grief by Martha Whitmore Hickman. If you'd like a copy of this book, I have an affiliate link below for an inexpensive copy. And today I am joined by my friend Malia, who has recently suffered a loss of a friend. So we're going to talk about that, and who knows what's going to hit us. Here we go. October 1, they that sow in tears shall reap in joy. He that goeth forth and weepeth, bearing precious seed, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him. Psalm 126. This reference in the Bible is for a people far from home, anticipating their return. It can also be a metaphor for following the grief process courageously, confident that after a season of winnowing and growing, we will come back to our state of equilibrium, even joy, enriched and made strong and productive by our difficult passage through grief. Had we not ventured forth into this strange and new terrain, had we stayed back, unwilling to move, we would not return in joy with the riches of our difficult passage. We carry these riches not only for ourselves, but for others who will need our help as they in turn venture into their own journeys of recovery. May we be brave to set forth, brave to continue when we reach lands that are new and strange to us, brave to trust those who are there to help us, brave and compassionate as we return to help others. I will set forth on this journey in hope and trust. What more have I to lose, and how much to gain? Before I talk to you about how this affects you, I just have to say, I should have launched this entire series on October 1st, because the whole purpose of this series is for you, the viewer. So I'm grateful that this is the one that you picked, Malia. Talk about it. What jumped out at you about this, or tell me on any of the backstory of your friend?
My friend is Nate, and he had colon cancer. And I just want to let you know, please get checked. I think that was...
How long had his diagnosis been?
It had been a couple of years.
Okay.
And so, I mean, it could have been caught much earlier if he...
Certainly.
Like, there was symptoms, but, you know, some things happen and they don't want to go. And unfortunately, then he got the diagnosis, and they tried radiation, I mean, it was one of those things where it did, shrink, but then it would just come back. In the past, maybe 8 to 6 months, and then from 6 to when he passed away, it just got bigger, and it had metastasized, and it got bigger where it was going against his spine, and he was paralyzed then
and in pain,
and then
sure.
lots of pain.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where he still wanted to live.
Yeah.
And he was in hospice for a while, and we, who was also my friend, his wife, and she just was like, I think it's going to be soon. And we would all go over there and thinking that was going to be the end. And he was the first couple of days, it was weird. He wasn't even, like, he was so much in drugs that he was like not making sense. But then he was, sometimes he would know who I was. Hey, Emily, oh my God, but then sometimes not. And then a couple days later, he was like so lucid.
Mm-hmm.
We were there, like, it was one of those things where everyone kept coming over, like, just so then they can visit him and like thinking it's going to come soon. And I think we all became closer again. I mean, we all were, we all went on, we all went to high school together.
Yeah.
So we knew each other for a while.
You were a friend group, or at the very least acquainted with each other.
Yes. And yes, we didn't really hang out all the time, but at these past 3-4 weeks, we were seeing each other all the time for him. We had a barbecue for him, and we celebrated a birthday, one of our friend's birthday, because he wanted a barbecue, and we did it at his house. And
how much was Nate able to, Nate or Nathan?
Nate.
How much was Nate able to participate in those friend group gatherings?
Well, at that time, he was in hospice. So he was at hospice at home. So he was just in a bed.
But he was there.
He was there, and we would wheel him next to like the sliding glass door,
and actively mentally participating.
And mentally, and people were with him, and he was able to eat a little bit, not really, but you know, like that type of thing. But so he was aware, and then it became maybe the last couple weeks. Then he didn't eat any longer. He got really, really skinny. It was like a very. The hospice nurse was like, we don't want anyone coming over anymore, or like maybe just a few people, or because he needs to rest. He needs to rest. And so I think the last time I saw him, he was really, really thin, and I kind of said my goodbyes then, knowing that it was going to be soon. But his best friend was there taking care of him. And then we got that call, like on a Saturday, September 6th. It was like 2 a.m. And we got the text that he was gone. And
and were there children or siblings? Did he have? He
had a sibling.
I mean, clearly he had a large friend group. But did he have
he had a
large family that he left
had
behind?
A brother, his mom and his father were already deceased. Already passed. But he has a stepmom, which she was not close to. But he has a cousin, 2 cousins that he was really close to, and they came every single day. He has a son that was my friend's, his wife's, from a previous marriage. But young. I mean, he basically raised. Yeah. He basically raised Nate. Basically raised the son, so he was really young. We knew him when he was really like 5, 6. So he's like in his 30s,
right? Okay,
and a fireman in Colorado. So,
did he come out?
He did come out. He came out that week, and he because we knew, we knew it was going to be soon at that time, because obviously he was not even awake anymore at all. So I think this passage is one of those things where we do go on this journey, and we could all of us did. We all went through the journey of when we had him, when we would all party together when he was well, and then had them when he was not well, but yet we saw him, decline, but still like got to enjoy him. When he was still like, hey, what's up? Like knowing like us and everything. And then I think it was one of those things where like, okay, now we knew he was going to go. And we all kind of mourned his passing before
I call it pre-grieving.
Pre-grieving.
I call it pre-grieving. But the thing that sticks out to me about this passage and your situation is your whole friend group could have said, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not going through it. I'm not going through it. I love him, and I love his wife, and I love my friends, but I just can't. And there may be 1 or 2 friends in that group that didn't go through it. And there's not that there's anything wrong with that.
It's just the way.
Not that there's anything wrong with making the choice to
Mhm.
not go through it. But those of you who did take the journey got all of those fond memories rekindled, new fond memories made,
Yes.
new friendships built that were previously just acquaintances that became more solid. And some of them might drift away now that he's gone, but some of them might be even stronger.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We when he passed, we all obviously went over there that day, and we partied, and we did cheers, and even the week after we had a barbecue, we did a little dedication, and we all hung out the next day for football, and we started doing that again, because before we weren't hanging out as much, but now it's kind of like, oh, let's hang out more often. And it's true, we did do that journey, and most of us did. And I think we now, with his wife, it's her time, she knew he was in pain, and now she needs to finally start growing.
Well, she's got she's got at least a year ahead of her of firsts.
Yes.
Again, the first year is so hard because it's their first birthday that's missed, their first Christmas that's missed, their first wedding anniversary, their first his son's birthday, all of the things that used to be celebrated, no matter how small the celebration was, the acknowledgement of this thing this coming year is the hard one. But because you and the friend group went through the pre-grieving process and the actual passing, I know you're going to be there for her.
Yeah.
And anything she needs, you're going to be able to step up. And what you're going to find yourself doing, having been through this journey many times myself, what you're going to find yourself doing is wanting to ask her, what do you need?
Right.
She's not going to know.
Right.
So think of what you might need in that situation, and instead of saying, what do you need, or just presenting what you think she needs, say, would it help you if we go to lunch?
Right.
Do you want to talk about anything? You can talk about anything. And I'll just sit across the table from you and we'll just eat, or, go out for drinks, or go out for coffee, or go out for, the best breakfast, whatever.
Right.
And just so the audience knows, we're in the Los Angeles area, and reacquainting with friend groups is so hard in a big, sprawling city like Los Angeles is. It is sprawling. And just to have you here in my home, I didn't know if this was going to happen because I don't know how far away you live.
Right.
I don't know where you came from.
Right.
So wherever you are, if you find yourself in a similar situation, gathering with friends to see the end happen, give everybody some grace. Doesn't matter if you live next door to each other or you live 10 miles or 20 or 100 miles away from each other. Give each other some grace because you're all going through this journey now.
Yeah.
Anything else you need to say?
That's it, I think.
Okay, so let's read the meditation.
Okay.
I'll read it and you can like repeat it.
Okay.
I will set forth on this journey in hope and trust.
I will set forth in this journey
in hope and trust.
In hope and trust.
What more have I to lose?
What more do I have to lose?
And how much to gain?
And how much to gain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So just in case I didn't mention it, because we've had a little day getting this tape made. If you like, subscribe, share, comment, I'm very grateful. If you need a copy of this book, go to the affiliate link in my description of this episode And until next Wednesday, take care of yourself and go with grace.